segue, as we've already mentioned, is a transition. You want it to be a natural segue. Don't make it, firstly, secondly, also. Those are mechanical, okay? Those are very cheap segues. You want it to be natural, one way of looking at this, whatever, if you're supporting it, a very clairvoyant view on whatever issue you're talking about would be to say this. So, you want to have a natural sounding segue. Don't use cliches. Cliches have been done, overdone. Don't use them. You won't get points for originality. Next, you want to explain the perspective to show an understanding of it. This is very, very important. One of the scoring criteria from earlier is understands the prompt. You don't want the grader to think, oh, she just doesn't understand what this prompt is talking about. That is the worst thing that can happen. If you've ever gone to court, or if you ever go to court in the future, you notice that when judges give their opinions, before they actually give their own opinion, what do? They regurgitate in their version of the arguments that the litigants have made. In other words, plaintiff is making the case of such and such, defendant is making the case of such and such, this is what my judgment is. Why do they do that? Because judges do not like being overturned on appeal. So they want to demonstrate that they understand the arguments that were presented to them. So the litigants can't later say, well, this judge just didn't understand what I was saying. No, I understand exactly what you're saying. Now this is my judgment. So you want to show understanding of the perspectives. Do not copy them verbatim. Do not just plagiarize them. No, you want, in your own words, you simply want to explain what the perspectives are. You then want to analyze and either critique or support the perspective, depending on your thesis. And as I said before, if you were supporting, put the perspective that you support first. Because before you go attacking everybody else, nobody likes to hear somebody who's just negative. Like, this doesn't make sense, that doesn't make sense. First, you want to come out with a positive tone. This is a great way of looking at the situation. Here's why. Then in paragraphs 3 and 4, you can knock the other perspectives. But if you're supporting one of them, do it first. If you're creating your own, you'll see how that plays out. Use examples to illustrate your critique or support. This is very important. Again, you are writing for somebody who's reading hundreds of essays a day. You want your essay to come alive. You want to bring it to life. You want to make it vivid with imagery, with examples, with illustrations. Use examples to illustrate your critique or support. Really drive your point home.